stay myself, I never change, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah.
Cause, but I still love.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Rodgers Cowboys going up against Carr's Raiders.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Oakland Raiders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, twisting away. And now running right through it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll run it here. This is Rodgers. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Third down now following the completed pass. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And his kick here is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Got some room at the 30. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to beat.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
On second down, Elliott. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now it's Rodgers. Open man has got it. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now, saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Again, it's Elliott. And some room to maneuver. The 20. A big run that time by Elliott. 45 yards. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing Kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Second and goal to go now. A give to Elliott. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Carr on the bootleg. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Ten yards still left on 2nd down.
Reset. Hey, easy.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. That 2nd down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the 1st. Here's Rodgers. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. Handoff left, Elliott. And some room to work. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he'll escape to his left. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Carr, and able to find Dorsett. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. The Broncos have taken the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They'll start the drive with Elliott. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Rodgers will try again on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And Robinson with a big catch. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Oh, now and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They're in the second quarter at Heinz Field. The Broncos have taken the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Throwing on first down is Carr. Buying time to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 25. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On second down, here's Rodgers. A dump off to Elliott. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll try again with Elliott. And now running right through it. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dorsett making the catch. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Shotgun now for Carr. Steps away to his left. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot here before half for Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back right at the 20. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down, here's Carr. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll be knocked down sideways. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Five yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down.
Hey, 734. Now, 180. Hey, Raiders, now, 180. Hey, no, express. No, express.
They'll run. It's Rodgers. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Now, 185.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Coleman on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They're losing here in the 3rd quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was a place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
Now Carr. Completes it right side to Cooper. A Raider 1st down as Carr finds Cooper. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They go play action here on 1st down. Finding room to the 20. Green with a catch left side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Red zone opportunity. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Being chased out left. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They come out here in the eye. It's Coleman here. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They will run again with Coleman. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. One receiver to the left is Cooper. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Throwing now is Carr. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Carr going to go on 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he is not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 95 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Running it with their receiver, Cooper. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On play action, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Clark. The reception good for 7. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Raiders on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing his Carr on third down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second,
this is caught inside the 15. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, second down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr fights him off. Now he steps away. He can run for it, and he will. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a first down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise. Then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 23. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Here's Rodgers. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's caught inside the 25. A big play here for the Cowboys. 57 yards. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Rodgers looking to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up, loose football. And the Raiders have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy if you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Noah Spence. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good. Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today. Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Rodgers throwing here. Forced out to his left. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th. Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was locked. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team. Just something to build on. Just something to build on.